Hey,
Hello,
good morning.
how are you? Morning,
Good.
James.
I'm a little sunburned today for the first time in a long time.
How did it went in the Yosemite Park?
We couldn't go to Yosemite because the weather was beautiful in San Francisco, but it was freezing cold in Yosemite. And not everyone had the right gear.
I see. So, what did you end up doing?
Just hanging out. And then yesterday we went kayaking in San Francisco Bay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Too.
But I guess I don't know how it is. You probably have a lot of experience leading people, but I felt that leading people into a snowy winterland without the right clothing would probably be the wrong choice.
That might be right. Like, especially when it's freezing cold. There, like at the end of the day, like when you start moving around, maybe you might have energy and be warm, but if you stop for a moment or the weather, like the sun goes, and it's just freezing and people start freaking out. It's very cool.
Yeah, when the sun goes and it's cold and you lose your shoe in the snow.
Exactly.
Not a good time. All
There you
right.
go. But I'm glad you have a good time on the base. Anyway,
And how are things over there?
things here are very nice. I have a good weekend of work, also sharing time with my family, with friends, especially going out dancing. I'm a salsa dancer.
Oh,
Like
nice.
that's my other side. Not like I'm sitting in the computer, but at nights, like after many hours sitting, and some people go to the gym. I just go to dance. So that's the
Great.
way we are here. So have a good dances these days, and I start like I don't know if you remember the last time we spoke. Like you were an inspiration for me. So I wanted to do something similar, yeah, with a different kind of idea. So I started these sessions, these small consulting sessions for people like that entrepreneurs that are starting businesses, since I have that type of experience. And the idea is like they are overwhelmed by tasks because when you are a solo entrepreneur, you are like one man show, and then you end up doing a lot of tasks and losing a lot of time because none of them, most of them are not of your expertise,
Yeah.
and even most of them might not be your main priority. You just sometimes don't know because you don't know like what path to take to progress, and sometimes since you don't know specific these fields, then you spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. So these consulting sessions aim to use like artificial intelligence tools to kind of solve those small tasks, and being able to focus on the main ones that are gonna lead you to grow. Since I have becoming like really good at the use at using like tools around from
Cool.
code to anything else. So that has been fun too.
So you're using your own experience as a solo business owner to teach other people.
Exactly, that's one part of it. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I was a grow hacker. That's how they call me on a Y Combinator startup from the idea to the unicorn. Oh, well, almost to the unicorn phase they are right now. So and the main reason why I become like the grow hacker at the team is I started just like any other like basic technical guy, because it was an like a internet telecommunication growing startup, and then I was just helping with the network with installations.
Uh huh.
Then I had this conversation with the founders, like where they asked me, "Hey, what do you think about us, blah blah, about the company?" Just starting from very small idea before anything. Then I told them like the CEO, you know what you are doing, you are really good at it. The COO, you have no idea what the hell are you doing. You are just swapping in many tasks. And then she looked at my eyes and she said, "Well, that's what you think. So you have two options. You can leave the company right now, or you can lead operations. And he has to grow. And let's order a pizza while you are thinking. And I'm like, what the hell? I have no idea how to do this. Anyway, I choose to do it, and then it ended up being very fun here in Medellin, and that leading to a lot of experiences. We pass through Y Combinator, then we start from this small idea to growing to 1,000 people, and yeah, it was a quite interesting experience, and that was the experience that gave me like the foundations of how to choose the right things to focus on when you are growing and kind of move through the obstacles. Then when I realized I did it for them, I was like, okay, maybe it's time to do it like on my own life, with my own projects, and that's what led me here.
Cool. Wow, amazing experience. And how are you how are you running the workshops? Are they in person?
These ones are like uh, at the moment are just like sessions. Like I'm just starting like a one-on-one session online, but I'm
Cool.
thinking to do something like maybe a streaming, like something like
Cool.
what you are doing here,
Yeah.
but especially because I'm really curious. When I telling people, throw me at any problem you have, and let's see how we can solve it together, like in general, to see what use cases come on general daily tasks for business owners to use AI, kind of to help them advance, or to have a like a partner to have a different or a more general point of view. So when there's like immersed on those tasks, like they can zoom out and kind of see better. So I'm interested to see how that behaves in online sessions or live streamings,
Cool.
and then see what's the next step from there. No, like maybe create my own course like to help entrepreneurs on the process. Let's see. I'm gonna see
Awesome.
how
Yeah,
that evolves.
you can stream on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch. I just started streaming on YouTube because I had a pretty solid following there already, but you can really
Mhm.
stream anywhere or multiple at the same time if you want. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can
Well,
show you how I do it. Yeah.
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just this experience to be with you here has been it opened my mind. It's been very interesting on that side.
Me
But I
too.
have a good news for you too as well.
Good.
Like yesterday or today early in the morning, I was like, I haven't done really like any progress, and I was frustrated about that. Like, damn, I don't know what's happening with Replit. I don't know why it's not working. And then I watched a video and I was like, yeah, Google Gemini 1.5 Pro now is ready for people to test it out. And it
Hmm.
has a long context window, because that's what I find the most difficult with GPT was like it sometimes doesn't have the context
Hmm.
for it keeps on giving you, for example, it gives you the code in pieces, and then you gotta review everything because not always writes everything, or is not always able to keep the pace with the whole context of the things. It's like this is becoming a problem because I have to try it out many different steps, and he keeps on forgetting that we already tried them out,
Yeah.
and give me the wrong answers. And then I was like, let's try Gemini. And Gemini was perfect. I was like, yeah, yo, you're just forgetting um, basically one part of the integration of the web server of the web hook, and that's the main problem. And I'm like, oh, which part is it? And it gives me the context. I put it together, and now Replit, like the server is working. I'm so happy because at least I can bring some progress to the table today.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
I would love to see. Show me.
sure. Let me get into the presenting. Um, by the way, like you also can like just try yourself. If you are in the Telegram, you can
Yeah.
also try yourself now before I activate here. All right.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
try
see.
it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Telegram, not WhatsApp. Telegram. I saw a demo last week of someone making a bot with WhatsApp. They did it with Twilio, but they also said it was a bit of work. So
And do they were from the States or from somebody somewhere
yeah,
else?
they were from the US.
That because remember that the main issue is like the phone number. Like if you're not from the US, you gotta buy one of the phone numbers and this will work around.
Yeah. Hmm.
But
Okay.
anyway, I still maybe coming like to other faces might be interesting. But I found Telegram to be like a really good spot. Like because people always when in WhatsApp groups they are for certain things, but when they think about useful groups, they go to Telegram. I have seen that in general.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
I mean, I like that it's open. That's great.
So this is like you can see how many main I have here in trying this out.
Mhm.
But so by the way, I have a question. Like
Yeah.
this is not this might be a stupid question, but this is not running, but Telegram is working. How that like how that
Oh,
works?
so run and deploy are completely separate. So when you run, it runs it in Replit, and when you deploy, it runs it in Replit deployments. And just normal Replit will time out after half an hour, but deployments does not time out. So they're just two separate things. Yeah. Run is almost like what you should use for testing.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Well, I'm really happy. And I was just trying it out, like, and it is working. Like, let me see if I can show you here. Oh no, you are not seeing my full screen. Give me just a second. Let me try again. So there are two things that I want to show you because yeah, is not running, but it's working on Telegram. That's perfect. That's all we wanted in life right now. So I can share here entire screen, and I can go here to Telegram. Give me a second. Great. So this is what's happening. Of course, like there is the group here, but I always test things here. So
Oh, I don't see any. Oh, wait. I need to add it again. My bad. There it is. Yeah.
fine. So now you see like if I make a mistake, you will say no trending funds
Uh-huh.
for that region, but it will not break. And then if I say the right one, it will just bring it. And it will work as well here if we go on the group. Oh, and it will work just perfect. This is as I wish in the beginning. So we are good until here. And um, let me tell you exactly. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know where the chats are saved here. That might be a good question. Because I wanted to show you the process I follow. Let me just try to see. Create new one. Allow job access. Yeah, this is weird. Like I don't know where chats get stored here, but let's go to the main. So basically, the problem I was happening is I found this way to create a web uh, hook in
In Python.
Replit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, and and something was off. Like some of this process was off. I believe it was some. Let me see if I can put here callback context. I think was one of these importations or from that wasn't here for
Mm-hmm.
that, and that was the main issue. So once I handled it, and also it was I need to handle better errors at the same time. And once those two things happened, like it's working as smooth. Like you click running, and it's just working as it should.
So
So
before it wasn't running on Replit deployments, was it?
no, it wasn't running on deployments because it always was triggering an error.
Yeah.
One part yeah, and the error was because the web app runner was not working properly, or the
Mm,
webhook was not working properly. Was something missing.
yeah.
I think the handling error part was missing, and there was one of these from that was missing too for it. So once that I find that out with Gemini, just I just correct the code and it works perfect now.
Were you using
Uh,
GPT-4 before or GPT 3.5?
I was using GPT-4 amazingly, but I was using GPT-4. But this guy here so far is working really good because I remember he has like 1.5 or almost this one had like 1 million of context tokens, so it works pretty well. Yeah, 1.48 million, and it works really well. Which
Cool.
actually I recommend if you haven't tried. It's free. It's like that. Actually, this is interesting because you can use it on your own environment, so you can get the API key for it, and it's free. And this is actually interesting because it might be something we can use on
Yeah.
the next steps of the app. I
Wow,
have
that is
never
really
done
cool.
this kind of integration, but I think this might be interesting.
That is really cool. And do they also allow you to do with images too? Um,
Eh, yeah, they allow to put images,
through
and
the
actually I
API?
try. Yeah, you can do it.
Cool.
I try a video. I try a video like last night, and the funny part is, it will tell me what the video was about. It was a meme video that doesn't have that much. Just have like two, like 5 words, but it got the entire context, and it told me that there was a lady dancing there, and then a guy just
Yeah.
saying hello. And the funny thing is, like, I asked like, wow, how did you analyze the video? And then he said like, I did not. I'm so sorry, blah blah. And then he started acting stupid, but he did. This is funny. And what I find out is like, no, I'm just getting this context for the pictures that you have shared with me. And then I realize he might not understand that he's like analyzing the video. He will just break it into images and then analyze them. Therefore, it'll like, no, I cannot listen, I cannot see the video, but he did analyze. It's just that he took it like into small pieces of just frames, like pictures. Therefore, but it worked. It's just sometimes acting funny, like when you ask like, "Oh, how you did it," then it just breaks.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's not exactly aware of. I think it's a separate part of the model that does that from the
That
tech
might
side.
be true. Let's see if I can bring just any image here. 1 second. Let's see. Ooh, these are not good idea of these images. Let's use this. So I'm gonna ask what it is. What what is this? Oh, that's the other thing. I think this is a loop for Yoga Studio. Okay, it works
Cool.
perfect.
Yeah. So later today, I actually have a stream where we're going to be scanning scanning blood test results from a doctor, and then
Nice.
as like a scan, and then going to be analyzing that. I think I will use this because you don't have to pay.
Exactly. That might be a good test for it. Actually, and now the question for me will be like, uh, the next step I'm seeing for the Telegram app is, you remember I told you, like, right, we got now that it gives the 10 videos, but can we get a summary of, of of them, or can we just get 5 and then get a summary of them? Like, what would be necessary to do that, in order to do that?
Yeah.
um so what do you think that will be necessary as the steps? Like, because right now, if I was going to do it manually, I will take like there are two paths. Like I can go to GPTs and then choose the summarize YouTube video GPTs and then summarize each one of the links and get the full like and then mix it together, get the full summary and do it. Uh, or that's my question. Or I can try like to do it with Google AI Studio. So so how would you see it if you were about to writing down like the flow? How would you see it?
So I think the goal is to get a summary of what's happening in the video, right?
It's like if you let's say you're like, oh, what's going on in Brazil? On
Yeah.
Brazil, like where attention, where is the people's attention going in there? And then instead of you watching like the 5 videos or 10
Yeah.
videos, you just get a quick summary. So if you find anything interesting, then you might watch it. And then the
Yeah.
next step from there is that convert that summary into a video, having shorts of those videos and maybe some other like additional content there. Like,
Yeah. So to get the summary, I guess you can either take just the audio, or you can take the audio and the video. If you have enough context in your LLM. If you just take the captions, actually, it's extremely easy, which I've done before. I've never
mhm.
done like a whole video summarized, but I have done just taking the captions out of the video and summarizing that, which was really straightforward and fast.
Mhm. I think that would be the first step. Like, but guessing that, hoping that most of these videos have caption, like have transcript, because sometimes like there's a music video, like what do we do? Like maybe they don't have that integrated or artistic video or whatever kind, that they don't have the transcripts. How we solve that? Will we use the tags that are like meta tags of the video to say, this video probably is about this, or how will we use it?
Have you seen many videos without captions? Because
Mm,
I think YouTube is now automatically captioning all videos.
in every language.
So what they do is they caption it in one language, and then they automatically translate it. They just use a machine translation to put it to the other languages.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
But I mean, even if the native language for the video is different from English, like the saying is Indonesian.
yeah,
So then, so will it capture the captions even from Indonesian and then translate them into English and other languages?
let's try it. So this is so
Let's do the example with the videos on the Telegram if you want. Like just put like whatever random region and then we can just click there and see.
oh, from the Telegram group. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because then we can use like can use it directly to see.
Okay, number one is can you see this? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So this is number one, and get rid of this. Oops. And here there's so we have Portuguese auto generated. I don't know if that was the translation. So
Okay, it's working. We have some transcripts now.
yeah,
Great.
so that comes from here, and then actually you can actually auto translate these. Um, and then there's a bunch of services online where you just search YouTube, download YouTube captions, for example. So down sub, and you put it in here, and um, basically They can give you either text, which doesn't include the timestamps, or
Mhm.
T, which is the same thing, but it includes the timestamp.
See.
A
Okay,
lot.
no, it works.
Yeah. So then I'll just open that in I'll open that. Normally I would open it in VS Code, but yeah, this is what it looks like.
I see. Then okay, we can get the transcripts. Let's get the business scenario that um, most of the videos have the transcript, the ones that we're gonna
Well,
use,
they
and
will.
then how will be the flow? Like where, like how we automate this process? We gotta like get the transcripts and then being able to summarize them, and sometimes long form videos like the context window is big.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah.
Even if there have not that much, just because of the length. If the length is 1 2 hours. Let's say Alex Friedman podcast, like interview of 3 hours. Then then how we store that and how we manage that? How you imagine?
Yeah, so I actually did like a video that's pretty similar to this, where it's actually just oh, that's us. Um it's uh, which is this one, making a timestamp generator, and basically what is happening there is there's 3 steps. So first I use basically just a Python package to get this
Hmm.
first text file, which knows how to download it. Then what I did was converted this format into um, I converted this format into like seconds, I think. No. Oh, so the way that they actually, this format looks good. I just parsed these times so they made sense. Um, and the most important thing was like I shortened the text to fit in the context length. So that part is not perfect, but I removed if the whole text was super long, I would remove maybe every other line, for example, of the text. There's better ways to do that though. I guess it just depends. If you want to summarize a 1 hour video into like a short description, you have to be a little creative on that.
I see. Mm,
Like the beginning, the middle, and the end, for example. I'm not sure.
of course, but in that case, like just for my mind to imagine how it's gonna work, like
Yeah,
will where we will be storing like this data, for example, the data like of the transcript data.
yeah.
Will it be on my local machine? Will it be like on a server? Like how will that work?
So it would just be part of your Python script. So you just have a Python script that says download the captions. Now maybe fix the length if it's too long, find a way to remove some sentences, and then pass it to Gemini. Um, now and then you can take that result and then send it to the chat. Now, additionally, if you wanted to, you could cache it. You could save that so you don't have to run that whole process multiple times. That's another step you could do.
Just thinking on the idea that eventually one thing I find really useful is like when you can talk to a video.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So you can get the summary, like, okay, but can you tell me if this happened there or whatever? When
yeah,
you can talk to a video, that I find it very useful too. Just thinking out that like maybe like I said like to have a place where this is stored so we can talk to it if needed.
Yeah. I mean, you can download the captions each time. It's not a huge problem if you do that. It won't cost you anything. But eventually, when many people are using the app, you'll want to save that somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. And then you can just come up with a way to save it. There's many ways to do that. Um, like using a database.
And I guess eventually like after maybe a couple of days it can be erased and then if people request for it again then it will be like okay this video definitely people is asking or looking for this so you can keep the
Yeah.
transcript longer.
And actually, right now, because you're using Replit deployments, um, you're using Replit deployments, right?
Hmm.
It will. You can just remember things in Python um, until it times out. You know, so if we wanted to, we could save the API requests so that it comes faster the second time. That's possible.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
should we then just start like doing the mental map of how this works like
Sure.
because I love when you do that like it's I find it like a great tool
Yeah.
of
What
yeah.
do you think is the next feature that you want to add into it?
So the next feature will be just like the summarize. So the next step, just the summary of what those 5 videos are about.
Right.
Really quick.
Yeah. I'll do the exact same that I did in the build chip video. So part one is this is like for each video, right?
Hmm.
So for you may have 10 videos, for each video, and you want to,
But sorry, but the summary should be like of all of them together. Like you know, like these are the those what
yeah.
happened, the topics, I guess.
How would that look? Would it be like, so it's not a list of 10 summaries?
Uh-huh. No, it's not a list of 10. Summary is just like, hey, these are the main things that happened. Just in words like, oh, there is some music video going on. It was also a football match that it ended up like this, and this is this and this. Boom. Let's
It's
say.
almost a list. um I guess it's, how would you like to format it? Like, it's just a paragraph.
Hmm. Just as short as possible, but with like maybe just a couple of clear words that describe what happened in those videos in case you are interested.
I guess this is sort of how I would think about it. So you first want to download the captions
Hmm.
for video URL, and you're doing that for each video, and then like remove words until it fits within character limit, which you will just kind of have to guess based off of the context length of the model. And then here, um, send captions to model. I think you don't even need, probably without timestamps, because
Yeah.
that's not even necessary, right? So then here you'll have, for now you'll have 10 now you'll have 10 summaries, right? So then I would just take like, then if you have all 10 of these, then I would probably just take all 10 of those and then summarize summarize it again.
Mhm.
Combine.
Ima- I imagine it like a report of this. This is like the report of where the attention of people is going. Because I remember that eventually, the idea is that you can use this for your own YouTube like subscriptions, like where you are the channels you are subscribed. So it's like the summary of the things by topic later. Like, hey, what happened on AI? And then it will just, instead of going to all the videos of AI, it will just go to the ones that you are already subscribed, and it will let you know like what that summary of those videos were for that day.
Yeah, I agree. That would be useful, and I think that's good for social media to have reports, because then I don't have to be constantly checking things. Uh,
Exactly.
Someone just left a comment. They said, "Hey, watching your show for the first time. What will you use to get captions from YouTube?" Yeah. Um, Actually, I can show. Let me just show really quickly
Right.
how I do that, because it's not too difficult. Um, so just have to sign in to the project that I had last time. Yeah, here. So this is what I showed in my tutorial. And this is not even using code. It's using like a block code editor called BuildShip, but it's basically coding. It's basically the same thing as writing it in JavaScript, but it's just a different editor where everything looks like a block. And so here, if I actually look in here, I can actually see the code that they used. And this one was YouTube caption extractor. So you can look for like, not sure if that would be the same one. So I think that's maybe this one, um, which is basically just, that's the exact same one. So there's this JavaScript package called YouTube caption extractor, and it's like literally this simple. You don't even need an API key. And then for Python, there's going to be we will find one, but it might be this one. I normally Google, and then I'll look for the GitHub page, and I'll look for how up to date. When was the last time it was updated? This one's probably okay. Yeah. So this one, for example. Hope that's helpful.
Yeah, that's thank you for showing that. So coming back like uh with that flow. So what's the first thing we should do? You know.
Yeah. What's the first thing? So I'd probably say like, let's make a new script. Maybe even because your existing thing is working well, I'd say maybe even make a new REPL on Replit, and then I'd probably just I'd literally just copy this and paste it into a new Replit um, Replit project, and then I would just see if it works, and then I would combine that with the Gemini code, and
Okay,
we could literally we could whip that out in 20 minutes.
let's go for it. So then let me get here GitHub before transcript. So the idea is to create a separate like replit and start like just put in the code so we don't mess up with what's working already and we
Yeah,
can test it out by separately.
yeah. Do you use GitHub, by the way?
Uh, have used it very little. I'm just start getting familiar with it.
Let me show you how to save your code to GitHub.
Let's go.
Share your screen with me, or I can
Uh,
also do it on I can also do it on mine. So here's Replit, and you can do it on your own screen at the same time. So I'll just like
yeah.
um, make a new project. And so once that is ready, once I have a working script that I really like, I'm going to go down here on the left side, and I will click Git, and you can make a new Git repository here. You have to sign in GitHub. Is that working for you too?
I'm doing it. Always speak. I think I missed the GitHub part. Can you show me one more time? Like where you did the GitHub
Yeah,
part?
so it's here on the bottom left. See this?
Okay, now I see.
Yeah. This is always like the hardest menu on Replit. Everything is in here somewhere.
So let's say I have that script, and I just go and click on Git. It will connect to my account, and then I can save it. Let's see.
Yeah, and it should work that way. I just got this
Create the shot, commit with all the changes. No remote
oh,
repository sound here.
did you get the same thing that I got?
No, but I think it's because I know I haven't connected to my GitHub account.
Okay.
I'm authorizing Replit right now. Um, let's see. Yes, it's authorized. Great. I think it's done. Repository, like, let me show you. This is just
Yeah.
to confirm.
Let me see. That'd be great.
Uh, share screen. Here we go. Should be like this.
Cool.
So, is it correct, right?
It looks good so far. Yeah.
Alright, so what's gonna happen here, whatever I code we write, will go to be saved in this GitHub, my GitHub repository, right?
Yeah.
Publicly. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Then we are good. Then now, and how can we import from here? Can we search for a specific GitHub repository to see here the code if it's public and just copy, or we need to go anyway to the GitHub site?
Oh, so this is going to create a new repository on GitHub.
Yeah, like what will be mine, but I say it's possible to search from here GitHub
Oh.
like repository existing, or we gotta go there anyway.
To load a different repository into
Yeah,
Replit, um, you can um, you can but you have to have the URL of that repository first.
which is the one you find, right?
Like for example, if I would go to GitHub, if I want to go to like this page has like the most popular repositories on GitHub for today. So
Open Devin. Okay.
here's one, Open Devon, and I want to open this in Replit. I think I can do create, and then I can import from GitHub.
Mm.
So these are my existing repositories on GitHub that I could open, or I could
Mhm.
paste in the URL of OpenDevin, for example, and then I can just click import.
Oh, so that's very useful.
Yeah, the most useful thing is not just being able to save and load stuff, but it's being able to like um, write track all of your changes. Track your history.
Of course, so you can see where you miss.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly. So hope that will be helpful. And yeah, let's try it out. So let's try this one out. I put the link in the comments so you can try it.
sorry. Okay, so let's see. Where are the comments? Ah, I see it. Very great. Let me just add it here. So I will start just a new one, a new project, and then it will be import from GitHub, from URL, and import. Great.
So yeah, so I wasn't paying attention for a second, but actually you don't even need to open this in Replit. What you actually just need to do is because this is all of the code that they've written, but we can just include that into our project as a dependency. We don't actually need
To
to
have a separate project for that.
to download their whole project. So actually, what I would do is I would create a new project, and then I would just I would just copy these two lines. And what that will do is it will link to that without downloading all of the code. Does that make
Mm,
sense?
makes sense. So just copy this from YouTube and import YouTube transcript app.
Yeah, into a new
Basically.
project.
So let me get that into the previous project I have. Ooh, how can I see the projects? The resources. Uh,
Hey, Riza.
ah, where do I see them? Um, so okay, I'm here. Uh, how will I go to? Ah, I see it now.
Yeah.
To the transcripts a minute ago. There we go. And I have here the new project, and I will go and just write this, right?
Yeah.
But it says we should change a remote repository in the settings.
Yeah.
What?
So it's saying, um, yeah. So we can test it. We can test it first. Git is
Yeah,
just for saving it. Um,
perfect.
and then we can figure out what's going on with that Git integration, which is looking a little bit flaky.
So what we are doing right now, we are installing them, but video ID is not defined.
Uh-huh.
So video ID should be the URL of it.
I think that either the URL or more likely it's just that one part of the URL that has the random letters in it.
So we can try it out. Let's see for any video here. I can do that. Let's say whatever video that is here. How YouTube algorithm. Great. So so from the entire address, which is this, um, which part is the video ID? Will be this part here, the
Exactly. Yeah.
T5B. Okay. So let's go for it and let's try it. Uh, uh, sure.
Oh yeah, and it's also a string. So that means you need to have quotes around it.
This one, yeah.
Otherwise
Got
it thinks it's a variable name.
it. Second.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Much better. Okay.
Okay. So
Then what's gonna happen?
did it finish?
Mm, it,
I think we
let's try again.
I think it might have been successful and we just need to print the results.
That might.
Hey.
So how will you go
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah. Just
How
print.
would you create the print and how would you like print the results of it?
Yeah, I would do lowercase p and then um no like print with a lowercase p and then in brackets and then in parentheses after that I would do um so on line 3 I would write results equals. Yeah,
Results.
to save that to like a variable. Yeah, perfect. And then on line 4 I would do print and then in parentheses results.
Print and in parentheses
Yeah,
results.
cool.
Like but ooh, results.
Yeah,
Great. So we can test it now.
yeah. Hey everyone
See?
in the comments, thanks for joining in. I see Riza and AI Stories and Defender. They've been helping out. They've been helping along. So there it
Thank you
is.
guys. Perfect. It worked.
So yeah. Um, what
So
are
how we
the
do now to like will we need to put first here oh, how will be the flow for them to communicate? Because on the other main, we will get the 10 links, and how we will make to talk to this other one.
yeah.
So we can get
Um, so I think oh yeah, so Risa is writing this, which is if we would do for line in transcript, print line text. Yeah. Um, so this, if you will copy, actually, this is great. So if you will copy this in to your file, the
yes.
the code
This
that
one.
Reza just shared, that's gonna help a bit. And then, oh yeah, and then also this part about video ID equals, that has to go before that. Um,
The part like wait, video ID equals. Okay, where should I, like this part should be just in the second line? That's what you're saying?
um, yeah, we're gonna delete the second and that we're gonna delete the lines 3 and 4 in a minute, but first, make a new variable and call it video underscore ID, and
So video underscores ID.
yeah, and then set that equal to the to the ID that we had before.
To the okay, which will be result. This one here.
Just the string ID. Yeah, that.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
here. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. And now delete 3 and 4. So what this, and then delete where it says try too. That's just his just the undo that and just delete the try part, like the first. That was
Oh,
just that was just him saying try this.
oh,
And then add one more line before 4, before the word for, because
for here we go.
in the
Okay,
YouTube comments it takes out that. Okay, this should hopefully work.
so let's see. Oh,
Yeah. So
perfect.
his idea was to parse through it and then just show the text.
Mm, okay, to remove all the numbers, but how? Just out of curiosity, if
Yeah.
you remove all the numbers, then why keep 2018 here? How that it keeps?
Yeah. So he didn't remove all the numbers. Basically the output that we had before was a structure. It was a data structure, and it was an array, and each item in that array was a timestamp and then a text. So what this is saying on line 5 is saying for every item in the array,
Oh,
ignore everything but print the text, almost like a spreadsheet.
I see.
Yeah.
So it will choose only that item. Okay, perfect. I get it.
Yeah.
Great. So now we have this part. Like now we can extract only the text, which is really useful. Then how we make them talk, which means like how we make that every time we import like the same videos, it talks to this one, and then it brings the result.
Yeah. Um, we'll have to do that next time.
For sure.
I
For
have to
sure. For sure.
go I have to go, but we're we're making a lot of progress. So, I mean, we can do this more later this week if you want.
I'm down for it.
That'd be great. I mean, we're getting there and everyone is helping a lot. Actually, you guys hardly need me anymore. But
Wow, Risa is really helping a lot. Like, thank you, Risa.
yeah, Riza, when are you gonna join for a video?
That'll be cool.
Um, if you want, next time you can also join in on the
So,
stream. He's
so for next time,
very good at Python. He sent me some, actually. Um, yeah, Riza is very good at Python. Sent me some repositories earlier today. Yeah.
amazing, amazing. Thank you, Risa. I would love that. Like, I would love to meet Risa and have a session.
Let's do one with
Uh,
the 3 of us later this week.
let's make it happen because I just want to point out what is for the next session where we finish this. So for the next session, it
Yeah.
would be like I will try to just work around this, understand it better,
Yeah.
and then for the next session, the idea will be to connect with the Gemini API, so
Yeah.
we can actually start seeing the AI integration into it. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And summarize it and then get the summary.
Perfect. So let's organize our next session and see you soon. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Risa, and everybody else.
Thanks everyone
Ah,
for joining. See you next
and
time.
Risa has experience with Gemini. Amazing. So see you next time. I'm down for it, Risa. Thank you.
Ciao.
See you next
Bye.
time.